Over the past 2 years, this band has gone through changes. So today we're going to find out if these changes were for the better or for the worse. So I'm talking about the band Infected Rain. The name of the album is called Time. It's been about 2 years since their last album, which was called Ecdysis. I reviewed that on my channel. So during those 2 years, first two members left the band. They were Vladimir and Sergey Babich, the brothers who played guitar and bass. They decided to leave. Now there were five members, but they only got one new member, and her name is Alice Lane, and she plays bass. So now they're a four-piece. So that's one big change. And the other change was they incorporated some more like electronics and a new metal sound. So we're going to be talking about all of that in this video. I'm talking about the new album Time by Infected Rain, just released on February 9th, 2023. Now this band is pretty unique. I guess the band I would compare them to would be Jinger. And first of all, they both have like female front women who have a similar style. Jinger has Tatiana, and this band has Lena Scissorhands. They're also both from kind of like the same area, more or less. Infected Rain is from Moldova, and Jinger is from Ukraine, but the comparisons are going to stop right there. I actually think Lena Scissorhands reminds me a lot of Gwen Stefani. You can kind of see that in some of her vocals, some of her, like the way she presents herself on stage. I've watched a few videos of their live show. It seems very like energetic. It seems like the crowd really gets going. People are like in the mosh pit. In the video I watched, there's one scene where Lena Scissorhands, she goes all the way up to probably like the barrier where like the people are, and you got these like two big like security guards. They're holding her legs like this, like there's two guys on either side of her, and she's like singing, and she's like, saying hello to the fans. Fans are crowd surfing. I'm showing a video of it, so you could see that in the video. But I thought that's cool because they seem to have a very energetic show. So let's talk about the songs. I think the first half of the album were mostly the singles, which were released previously. So if you paid attention, you might have heard these before the album came out. Opening track, Because I Let You. Standard track, harsh and clean vocals, and very emotional lyrics. There's one part in the video, even at the end, I mean, she's like literally like crying in the video, and that really helps convey the message of what the video is trying to say. And I read a few comments. There's even one person saying like this video was very relatable. It reminded them of a time when they hit rock bottom. This song also has some like electronic elements and some heavy like guitar riffs. After that is Dying Light. It has more of a heavy metalcore sound. The music video is pretty straightforward. It's basically the band playing. There's like this big gigantic clock right behind them, and then you have these like lights coming through holes. It kind of reminded me of one of those like old Korn videos. I think it's like Freak on a Leash or one of those. So that's pretty cool. And then we have Never to Return. Another one with the music video is pretty cool. It has the like almost like a Mad Max type of post-apocalyptic scene, and they're all like have zombie makeup. They're dressed like that. I like the intro to the song because they seem to be using a different type of instrument. I believe it's either a xylophone or a glockenspiel or something of that nature. One of those types of instruments. This song is very emotional and kind of gut-wrenching, so a lot of the lyrics really play on like the emotional aspect of them. Then we have Lighthouse. Another one with a pretty cool music video. Like it shows the band sitting around a table. They're having some type of like seance or something of that nature, and then you see these like kind of like kids or ghost kids or whatever they are. They come in. I saw one commenter compared it to the movie The Others with Nicole Kidman that came out in like the early 2000s. So I thought that was cool, but these first couple songs have been pretty like formulaic, We have the harsh and the clean vocals, then the heavy metalcore riffs, and the more atmospheric parts and the clean parts. So the album does kind of have like a formulaic sound, but let me continue. Then the next song is a non-single. The Answer Is You. Heavy metalcore, electronic and distorted riffs, vocals are pretty good. She does some like low baritone and high screams. Then the next song is the last single called Viva. Music video, like this guy has these like cadavers that are in plastic bags, and he's doing some kinds of experiment. He's like injecting them with something. So I think they're trying to like do some kind of like reanimations or something like that. I think in the end of the video, one of the guys wakes up. Another pretty good song. It's haunting. Has the electronics, the deep guitar sound. Pretty good. The rest of the album are all of the album cuts, which some of them have some originality to them. So Pandemonium was pretty straightforward. The only thing that stood out in this song was the heavy deathcore style breakdown in it. Enmity is another song. This one was cool because she does these vocals, and it reminded me of that scene from Squid Game with the red light, green light, that first scene with that like doll where she speaks. It reminded me of that. I thought that was pretty cool. And the song Unpredictable, pretty straightforward. I don't really have much to say about it. It has some atmospheric parts. Game of Blame, I like that one. It was a little more emotional, has some clean, heavy vocals and kind of machine sounds. Penultimate song is Paura. In the beginning, like she's speaking Italian, saying some things. And I translated that, which means fear in Italian. More of a slow and atmospheric song with some pretty cool breakdowns. And the album ends with A Second or 1,000 Years, which is just an atmospheric instrumental, which is close to 3 minutes long. So now for my final thoughts. I think it's decent. It's not a great album. I'm not saying it's going to be, topping any end of the year list, but I thought it was a good listen. I think the front half was pretty good because those were the singles. I think like if you watch the music video with the songs, you might enjoy it a little more. And the second half was also pretty good. I think the tracks that stood out were like Pandemonium and Game of Blame. I thought those were the better ones. But otherwise, the album kind of lacks a little more like variety. Maybe they could have had something a little faster paced, or maybe they could have had like a slower ballad, or had some acoustic guitars, or they probably could have done something a little different to add variety. But with that being said, I don't think it's a bad album. It's just okay. So my score is going to be a 7 out of 10. So if you're interested, check out my review of Ecdysis. I'm going to stick that right here or there, wherever it appears on the screen. So if you want to hear my thoughts on that, please like this video. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Please subscribe if you have not already. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.